On Tuesday, February 7th, 2023 at 1:16 a.m., police officer Peter Jerving and his partner were in the area of South 14th and West Cleveland looking for a known robbery suspect. Officers located the robbery suspect and a struggle ensued in which the suspect fired shots, striking Officer Peter Jerving. Officer Jerving discharged his firearm, striking the suspect. Officer Jerving was transported to Froedtert Hospital for treatment and later succumbed to his injuries. Officer Jerving was 37 years of age and a lifelong resident of the city of Milwaukee. He was a 4-year veteran assigned to Police District Number 4. Officer Jerving was a recipient of a Milwaukee Police Life-Saving Award in 2022 for heroically providing life-saving care to a shooting victim during extremely dangerous conditions.
I'm Doug Jerving, Douglas Jerving, the father of Peter Jerving.
I'm Patty Jerving. I'm Peter's mother.
I'm Drew Jerving, Peter's brother, one of 2.
Peter also has 4 sisters.
He started talking about wanting to be a police officer when he grew up. So when he graduated from our home school, he found out about the academy that he didn't have to have a degree to join. The academy got a copy of all of the legal papers. They wanted a copy of all of his high school report cards. So they finally accepted him, and he was just over the moon. His dream was finally coming true. So he was so happy to join the academy.
He's a championship bowler,
Yeah.
championship.
He was a boxer
Yeah.
at times.
He found his passion in being a police officer, but I'd say before that his passion was sports. He was all around athletic. You know, he was good at any sport he touched. He was good at. He was the one who taught me football, which I fell in love with. But he tried to teach me softball. He tried to teach me bowling. Didn't stick with me, but you could give him anything, and he was good at it. He was good at it. He's a natural. Peter, he was ecstatic when he got the job to be a police officer. I was living with him at the time, and his very first day going to the academy, he's like, "You gotta take my picture, man. You gotta take my picture." So we went to the living room, we took a couple pictures, and texted a couple friends. This is after he passed, and I went and found some messages. He had texted a couple of his friends that he was so happy that he became an officer that someone said, "Well, how are you liking it?" And he replied back, he said, it's got everything. It's got fear, it's got excitement, it's got suspense, it's got love, it's got caring. He texted him all these adjectives and things about the job, and he absolutely loved being a police officer. So, you know, they kind of knew him as the party guy. And yes, he was that way. He was always happy and always wanted to do fun things and party, but there was a deeper side to Peter too, and he was a very well-rounded man. But he was just happy. He was just a happy individual, you know. He loved to make people laugh. He loved to see people succeed. He loved to help them succeed. That was just his personality all through growing up. Not just as a police officer, but all through growing up. He was just a fun, happy person. Peter helped bring out the strengths in me. He helped develop me as a man and a brother. And I think by him joining the police force, I was a little hesitant and worried. And he assured me all the time, you know, that this is something that he loved and this is something that he had to do. Not something that he just wanted to do. It was something that he felt deep within him.
He was ministering in a very real way to the community around him, not just by dealing with the criminal element, but by helping other people who were in pain, who were in suffering, who might have been suicidal or just had some serious accident, you know, or some kid who didn't know what to do with his life, and let me give you a little help, a little direction. He was able to say, I lived in the inner city. I lived in Milwaukee. I know what Milwaukee is like. I've been through it all. He was able to extend that part of what he went through growing up in the city of Milwaukee, having a big family, not always having everything that they wanted, and learning how to take care of one another and defend one another. And he was able to take that to others and say, look, you can do it. You're gonna survive, you're gonna make it. you're gonna be okay.
I think he wanted to be known as just a stand-up guy who made a difference in the world. And even with his passing, I believe Peter made an incredible impact on the world. And I think that's his legacy, and that's what we should all be proud of.
When he first started working, you know, after his training, he texted me, and recently Anders gave me he'd kept all the texts between me and him, and he said he wanted to learn the streets, you know, and I told him that it would just take time to become a superhero. And he said, superhero, wow. And in the end, he got that Supreme Sacrifice Medal. So now he's my supreme superhero.
I think if Peter had the opportunity to address the new recruits, he would want you to know what his passion was, and that his words, "I want to be the best damn cop I can be," that's what he wants you to be too.
Yes, I lost one son, but I adopted the entire Milwaukee police force, and they're my sons and daughters.
In losing Peter, we realized how precious life is and how short life is. So in that aspect, we're coping, and we're realizing that we need to be there for each other, as well as our fellow officers.